This is Get Sellers Calling You, and I'm Beatty Carmichael. Learn more at our website at getsellerscallingyou.com. Okay, so what's a third way to identify sellers from your personal contacts list? Probably, so we talked about home valuation, we talked about the I have a client. So the third one let's talk about is the free report. Let me kind of tee up the concept here, because this is a marketing concept, and you have to understand how buyers respond, how any consumer responds when it comes to making a decision. And we call it the educational spectrum. Let's see if this makes sense. So I'm on a 0. If I have no interest in selling my house, so I'm on a 0. I'm ready to actually sign the listing agreement is a 10. So somewhere between 0 and 10 is this thing we call the educational spectrum. I start to think about selling, so now I'm at a 1. And I'm wondering, where do we move? And we start to crystallize a little bit more what we're looking for in moving, why we want to move. We start to think about what type of things do we need to do to fix up our home. We start to go through this process, and all this is looking for information. That's why it's called the educational spectrum. Looking for information to educate me on what I need to be doing to get from here all the way over here. What happens is most agents market for this point. Thinking if you're ready to sell, call me right now. Okay? They're looking just for the 10s. But if you can find people that are in the 2s and 3s and 5s and 7s, then that means you can reach out and contact them first, build a relationship, so by the time they get to the 10, it's a shoo-in that they call you. So the question is, how do you identify people here? The simple answer is you offer them information that they want to know, that they need to know, that they're thirsting to know, that they may not even know that they need to ask the question to know, but it's something that guides them and gives them information to move them the next step. And that is always in the form of what we'll call very simply the free report. Okay? So think in terms of this. The top 5 things you can do to your home to maximize its sales price when you put it on the market. Okay? So if I were to create that report, you say, well, what is that report? Well, just think about it. Figure it out on your own. Okay? So, I mean, if just off the top of the head, well, if you declutter it, it's going to make a lot more money. If you paint all those worn painted spots that keep it, make the house look worn out, and you paint it so it looks fresh, that's going to get you a lot more money. If you stage it, that's going to get you a lot more money. If you negotiate well, that's going to get you more money. But you go, well, duh, all of those are things that you always do. But the homeowner doesn't know it. Okay? So you can put it in a report, the top 5 things that will get you the most money on your home when you put it on the market. Now that homeowner, okay, curiosity kills the cat. People respond due to curiosity, not due to the content that you actually put there. So the most important thing is to create the curiosity so that they will respond. So you create first the headline, then you create the report, and then you market that report and give people a way to contact you. So now in that personal contacts list, I'm sending out a postcard. If you're thinking about selling your home, I've learned there are 5 top things that you can do that will get you the most money when you get it on the market. If you have an interest, and then there's what's called a call to action. You tell them what to do. Call me, text me, call this toll-free number, go to this website, whatever it is. But what now we're doing is we're getting them going, wow, that might help us because we're thinking about selling our home. I wonder what those 5 things are due. I want to get the most money for my home, so let me request this report. So that's the process to make it happen. And then the last thing is, how do you do the call to actions and what do you do? The most important part about the call to action is that you have a way to track them. Number 1. But if you want to increase the number of responses you get, you got to make it where they don't think that you're tracking them. Okay? It's what I call stealth tracking. Let me see if this makes sense. If you send them to a website and say, fill out this form, your name, your email, and your telephone number to get the free report, you're only going to get about 10% of the people that are going to get the free report actually filling it out. Why? Because they go, ooh, wait, hold on. He wants my information. That must mean he's going to start contacting me. I'm not sure I'm ready for someone to know I'm thinking about selling. That's exactly what happens. So what you have to do is figure out a different way. Okay? So if these people just love you to death, they know all about you, and they're not afraid of you, you can say, hey, just call or text me. But sometimes your personal list isn't that way because you know them, but they're not really that close to you, okay? And so they're really a little bit unsure. So then you have to figure out a different way. So maybe one way, a real simple way you can do, is what I call the call capture number. So it's a toll-free number. If you don't know about it, just Google toll-free call capture number for real estate agents, anything like that, and you'll find a whole bunch of them out there. So what happens is it gives you a toll-free number that tracks the caller ID of every phone call that comes into that number. And then you simply put the information on that voicemail. So maybe the call to action says, for more information and to get this report, call this toll-free, call this recorded message right now. Okay? So then they call the recorded message, and maybe the recorded message says, hey, this is Beatty Carmichael. Thanks so much for requesting my free report on how to get more money for your home. If you're interested in this report, just leave your name and your mailing address at the tone, and I will drop it in the mail. Or give me your email address, and I'll email it to you. Okay? So now whether they leave their information or not is immaterial because you've already got their caller ID. You already have a way to call them back. So here's what you'll find. You'll find maybe 10 people calling in and 3 people leaving their information. All 10 are great prospects. Call them all back. Hey, this is Beatty. I just got a phone call from this number. Who is this? Oh, Sue. Hey, how are you doing? It's Beatty Carmichael. And now we engage, okay? Hey, I was just calling back because someone had called from this number but didn't leave a message requesting the free report that I was offering. Hey, by the way, how's Tom and little Billy? Oh, they're doing great. Oh, they're over at the university right now checking things out. Is Billy that old? He's already graduating high school? Wow, that's hard to believe. Hey, I was just wondering, so you guys, was that you or Tom that was calling in? That was you? Okay. Are you guys thinking about selling anytime soon? See, that's how the conversation can go to the person who simply calls in and hangs up because you got a caller ID. We do it very similarly, except we use a special URL, some tracking technology, but it does the same thing. So this is how you do it. A free report that captures people while they're thinking so you can engage with them so that when, by the way, when you do the proper follow-up, our client success rate is 90 to 100% success rate in getting the listing when you find out about them first. It's really cool. If you enjoyed this video clip, please share it on social media. Also, be sure to get our step-by-step training program on how to double sales and referrals from your past clients and sphere of influence. It's absolutely the easiest way to grow your business fast. It's completely free, and you'll find it at our website right here on the left at getsellerscallingyou.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.